During his visit to Ankara this month, Iranian Foreign Minister Hussein Amir Abdullahian called on countries delivering oil to Israel to cut their supplies in response to the Israeli assault on Gaza. Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan ignored the call. Analysts say because Turkey remains a key transit country for Israeli oil through the Turkish port of Ceyhan.
The latest figures show that Azerbaijan provides around 40% of Israel's oil needs. It comes all the way to Ceyhan, and then from Ceyhan, it's sent to the Israeli port, where it's then moved to one of the refineries.
Despite Erdogan ramping up his rhetoric against Israel and calling Hamas a liberation movement, the flow of oil through Turkey to Israel continues. Analysts say Turkey has other ways of harming Israel if it wanted to strike a blow.
Turkey could stop the working of the Kurajik radar station in Malatya in Turkey, which is critical for the NATO's missile defense system. Israel also plays a part, and as far as we know, that it also protects the airspace of Israel.
But for now, while Erdogan praises Hamas and condemns Israel, experts say his actions remain more balanced. Announcing the recall of Turkey's ambassador from Israel for consultations, Erdogan stressed that diplomatic relations with Israel would remain open and that Turkish efforts were continuing to seek the release of hostages held by Hamas.
The rhetoric is harsh, but the concrete measures are not that harsh, at least in terms of the bilateral relationship. I think one way is the idea that if you burn bridges completely, you might not be able to play the diplomatic role as much as you hope to play.
On Monday, Secretary of State Antony Blinken visited Ankara for the first time since the outbreak of the Israel-Hamas war. Ankara insisted it can play a role in resolving the conflict. Erdogan is expected to join Arab leaders for a summit in Riyadh to discuss the crisis. But some analysts warn there are limits to Ankara's nuanced approach.
If we see going forward, actually the regional diplomacy believing that it's not getting anywhere, then we might see both at the regional level and Turkey level, the countries taking punitive actions.
Erdogan's large religious base is at the forefront of protests against Israel, which will likely add pressure on the Turkish leader to take a harder stance against Israel if the violence continues. Doreen Jones, VOA News, Istanbul.